What is up, everybody? You are tuned in to the All Pro Nation podcast. I'm your host, Chris Smith, joined as always by my buddy Tanner Weber. Tanner, how you doing, man?
I'm so good, man. It's good to be back.
Good
Football's
to be back.
here.
Summer vacation's over for us. We got to actually get back to business.
That's right.
All right, so for those of you who follow All Pro Nation, welcome back to our podcast. We did not mean to take so much time off. Actually, we did record an episode that actually never got published, so there is that.
Or two of them.
And so we weren't completely MIA, but we're just a little MIA. But we're back, and we're excited, and it's football season. Starts this week, and yeah, I'm ready just to talk football again.
It's going to be awesome.
And
it's been a fun year.
And not only do we have the first week of football, it's also the first week of fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of my leagues, I get to go one-on-one with Mr. Tanner Weber. So pretty pumped about that.
Oh man, it's like the Super Bowl in week 1.
Oh,
did you even look at my team? Have you even looked at it?
No, that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
I already lost a player for the year.
Who'd you have? Who'd you lose?
Jet McKinnon.
Oh yeah.
He was going to be a PPR god, I thought, this year, but unfortunately, he's out for the year. So I got to find a replacement. Might pick up Adrian Peterson.
Oh, you should definitely pick up Adrian Peterson.
He's going to put up 20 plus the first week. He'd be pretty upset, I think.
You should definitely do that. All right, so here's kind of the plan for this show. If you guys want to kind of hop around the podcast, we're going to start off by doing our week 1 picks, and then we're going to kind of go into a little bit of a prediction type show where we'll pick who we think our MVP will be, rookie of the year, and then we'll even go as far as picking the Super Bowl prediction and see if we can't throw out a couple hot takes in between. So
you're going to love my Super Bowl prediction. You're going to love it. You're going to love it, Chris.
So you have the Saints winning. Love it.
No, but they are in the playoffs.
Ooh. Well, we knew that. All right. Well, let's jump on in before we give too much away. Let's start off with week 1 picks. So week 1 starts this Thursday. Falcons at Eagles.
I'm just going to say this feels really weird because we haven't done this in what has it been? Almost a year. December. It's been 8-9 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Eagles, Falcons, NFC divisional rematch. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just the Philly crowd. They're gonna be rocking. Nick Foles. He's got to prove he can do it 2 years in a row. Carson Wentz isn't ready to go yet, so.
Yep.
I just really like the Philly defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Philly defense. I also like the Falcons offense. One thing that seems to have carried over from last year is they're still fast. I mean, that defense is explosive. I like Matt Ryan. I think Sarkisian going into his second year, he's going to develop as a play caller. I'm actually taking the Falcons to upset the Super Bowl champs in week 1.
Oh, I'm writing these down this year so we can see who got more right at the end of the year.
Oh, okay. That's exciting. We'll see how bad my hot takes are. All right, so then we got Bengals at Colts.
Oh, you know who I'm picking. Mr. Andrew Luck is back. I'm going with the Colts.
Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to differ on two games so far because I'm picking the Bengals.
Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
So a lot of it has to do with I don't know if I trust Andrew Luck yet.
Okay. Their offensive line is vastly improved.
It is vastly improved. We're moving into a new offense under Frank Reich. I don't know. I want to. Before I put any faith in the Colts, I want to see them. So, not that I like the Bengals, but you know what? they are the Bengals are what they are, and they're going to upset teams, and they're going to win games that they shouldn't win, and they're going to lose games that they shouldn't lose. That's just how they are every year, and I just
I
think this.
actually, I actually like the Bengals to be one of the worst teams in the AFC this year.
Oh yeah, me too, no doubt.
Yeah, I think they're actually going to finish below the Browns.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's not really a hot take because I think the Browns are actually going to do pretty well this year.
Let's not get carried away. Everybody thinks they're prime playoffs, but let's remember they're 1-31 in the last 2 years.
Okay, that's true. That's true, but that defense
Prove it.
though, that
Got to prove
defense
it.
though.
Make me a believer, man.
All right, so Bills at Ravens. I'm just going to
Ooh,
start this out by saying that I think the Bills are going to be the worst team in the NFL this year. I think that they might win 2 games.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
I think they're terrible. I think the Ravens are going to have a monster bounce back year. I think
Oh,
they are.
no, 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 no. You can't take my hot takes, Chris.
I think the Ravens are going to win that division.
Oh my gosh, Chris. No, you're just killing me right now.
I think they're going to win that division. I think that the Ravens are going to stomp the Buffalo Bills. And it's not even going to be close in this game.
I thought I was going to be like one of those like people in the small crowd this year that was like the Ravens are really going to bounce back and be really good. They actually tie into my season bold prediction a little bit later. But I also think the Ravens are going to win that division this year, and I also think they're going to kill the Bills this week. You're killing me though. I seriously, I wanted you to be like, "Wow, Tanner, you're really dumb," and then I could like prove you wrong, but you actually agree with me. So
Yeah.
that's
No.
no fun.
Yeah, no. We agree on that one. All right. NFC South matchup. The Buccaneers will travel to New Orleans to face the Saints.
Definitely Tampa Bay.
Definitely Tampa Bay, huh?
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick, baby.
You're killing me. Get out of here with that nonsense.
I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, we're both going Saints. We're not even going to talk about it because.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that the Bucs aren't guaranteeing Jameis Winston his starting spot back when he comes back?
They shouldn't. I think they should try to trade him or cut him.
Well, I'm like absolutely baffled that they didn't trade for Teddy Bridgewater.
Ooh. Oh,
honestly,
why
didn't
talk
they?
about that for a second?
Why didn't they trade for him?
Doesn't
make any sense.
Do we want to talk about that for a second?
Or even AJ McCarron? Yeah, we can talk about it. He plays for your team now, so let's talk about it.
He does. I like the trade. I hate the value, but you know what? It's hard to judge the value because we don't really know what the long term, what they're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
The Saints are in a situation this year to where one, they could sign Teddy to a long-term deal at a heavily discounted price, and he gets to sit behind Drew Brees and become the heir apparent that they've been searching for at a discounted rate. That way, they're able to sign all their core players: Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. They're all going to want big contracts, so it's going to help to have a quarterback that's not on a $25 million a year deal. So that's one way they could go. The second way they could go is they don't re-sign him and they lose him in the offseason. And this is one of the most packed Saints rosters I've ever seen. And they shouldn't need to go out in free agency and spend a whole lot. So if they don't, then there's definitely they can get that third round pick back in a comp pick in the 2020 draft or 2020 draft.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, they give up a third, they rent a backup for a year, but then they get that third back. Not terrible either. And then the third way they go is they don't sign Teddy. They go out and spend a lot of money in free agency next year, so they don't get the comp pick, and they basically gave away a third-round pick for a backup who won't see the field, and then it's terrible.
Yeah.
So one of those three scenarios is going to happen. I'm just not sure which one it is.
Yeah. So my thing with Teddy is he's
He
in a
fits
tough
the
spot
system,
because
though.
I think he wants to play. He wants to play right now. But it's a tough situation with Drew Brees because you have a guy here that could probably play another 2 to 3 years, but he's probably not going to want to wait that long. So, I mean, I understand why you'd be scared. As a Saints fan, I think he kind of traded quite a bit to get Teddy Bridgewater. But it really is good insurance to have if Brees is to go down. I think he can still get you to the playoffs and get you pretty deep with the talent that you have around him. And I don't know. I think fans he'll be a fan favorite there. He has been everywhere he goes, but I can definitely see where you're coming from. Being a little concerned about what you gave up for him, knowing he might not be back next year.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. That'll be something to follow through the offseason for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So next one, Texans visit the Patriots. This I think is going to be one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Deshaun Watson can do now that he's back this year, and the Texans revamped their offensive line, so they're better. They got some more pieces around him. I'm still gonna go Pats though.
Yeah.
If you just pull up Tom Brady's record in Foxborough like all time, I think he's only lost like 24 or 25 games, and how many years has he played? 18 years.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So that's just an incredible number. That's including playoff losses, by the way, as well, which is like 5 or 6. So I'm gonna go with the Pats, but I think the Texans will give them a run for their money. I think it'll be a close game. Probably come down to the fourth quarter for sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm taking the Patriots. I think this is more of a coin flip game. I think the Texans could pull it off, but I'm just going with the experience of the Patriots. But does not mean I don't like the Texans. I think they're going to be one of the better teams. I think they're going to push the Jaguars for the NFC South or the AFC South.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really competitive division, top to bottom. Jags, Texans,
No.
Titans, and Colts.
Titans
You don't think it's going to be?
Titans aren't even going to be in the discussion. They're going to be
Oh,
right.
you wait.
They're going to be
wait.
The Titans are going to be right down there with the Bengals and the Bills and the Browns as one of the worst teams in football.
You wait, man. They got some talent on that roster. Don't kid yourself.
Nope. Titans aren't even close. Marcus Mariota's regressing.
They're not going to make the playoffs, but I bet they're 8-8 this year.
I bet they don't win more than 5.
Oh, let me write this down. But yeah, you can continue. I'm just gonna write this down quick. Chris said the Titans won't win 5 games.
I said won't win more than 5.
Okay.
All right. 49ers at Vikings. 49ers are a team that I think we're putting that anointing oil on way too soon. I'm taking the Vikings. I don't think it's going to be a close game at all. And I don't think if you want another Chris Smith hot take, I don't know if the 49ers win 8 games this year.
I'd have to look at their schedule. I'd have to say it's probably going to be around 7 or 8 wins though.
8. I think 8-8 is their ceiling.
Yeah, I'm good with that. 8-8 is good. They have a lot of talent. Garoppolo, I think, is going to be good. I think people are praising him a little more than they should be. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback yet. You can't base that off 7 games. It's just you just can't do it. I was going to pick the Vikings going into this even before they lost Jerry McKinnon, but it also doesn't help that Reuben Foster, the leader of their defense, is also suspended for the first 2 weeks of the season. So
yeah,
I don't see any reason why the Vikings shouldn't put a 30 burger on them this week. It shouldn't be a close game, but you never know.
All right, next we got Titans at Dolphins. I just said how I feel about the Titans, and I'll give you another hot take. I think the Dolphins make the playoffs this year.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
And
I think the Dolphins have one of the worst 5 rosters in the league.
I think the Dolphins make the playoffs this year, and I'm picking the Dolphins to start out strong against the Titans.
Yeah, Yeah, you don't like the Titans. This is my first road win on the week. I'm going with Tennessee. I'm excited to see what Mariota, how he bounces back. Let me ask you this: What do you think will happen if Mariota has a season comparable to what he had last year? Do you think they're going to start to look elsewhere because he's been there for 4 or 5 years already?
I think it's time they start to. Mariota is not the quarterback of the future for the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh, I like it. He's probably going to be the quarterback of the Saints in a few years.
Get out of here. Jaguars at Giants. Shaquan Barkley's coming out party against one of the best defenses, the best defense in the NFL. Please tell me you're not picking the Giants to win this game.
Upset alert.
No.
Upset alert. I am.
Okay, go for it.
I am picking the Giants. It's in. Look at Blake Bortles' road record. Even last year,
look at
all
Eli
their
Manning
losses,
of the
all
last
the games
2
that they
years.
lost last year were on the road.
Look at Eli Manning.
What about him?
He's
got a better team this year. OBJ is back. Saquon, Evan Ingram. He's got a new O-line. Dude, Eli's still garbage, don't get me wrong, but I think there is no reason that the Giants shouldn't win 8 games this year.
All right, well, I'm picking the Jaguars because I'm not crazy.
Ceiling, yeah, I mean, I know you don't like Eli, but we got to have some bold takes on here. It's not a fun podcast.
This is true.
All right, I'm going Giants. You're going Jags.
Yeah. The next game is going to be Steelers at Browns.
Let's move on.
Oh, so you don't want to hear my upset alert?
I'm just kidding.
I was actually looking at this
as a possible upset, but Josh Gordon's not even. Go ahead.
I'm taking the Browns to win it.
Okay. Oh man, let me pull this stat up. I was just reading this morning before I went to work. I'm going with the Steelers still. I do think the Browns will give them a run for their money. But do you want to hear what Ben Roethlisberger's record is all time in Cleveland?
Well, I mean, this is a new Cleveland team.
Yeah, Le'Veon's probably not going to play either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's 22-2 all time against the Browns, and those 2 losses are in Cleveland. So it's in Cleveland Sunday. You could be right.
I could be.
Could be right. I just can't push myself to do it.
Hey man, I'm all in on the Browns bandwagon. I'm all in on it.
All right.
Chiefs at Chargers. I'm just going to go ahead and say I think the Chiefs are going to regress. They will not make the playoffs this year. The Chargers will win their division.
Agree.
And the Chargers will start that road to the playoffs with a win against the Chiefs at home.
I agree. With all 3 of those takes, the only issue there is here is I think every single year I say the Chiefs are going to be bad. They always prove me wrong.
And I always think the Chargers are going to do good, and they always prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's usually how this works out. So I agree with you on all your takes that you just had. I won't change them, but I'm just throwing that out there. It wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs end up being 10-6 instead of 6-10.
Yeah. This next game was actually hard for me to pick. And I can't believe I'm doing it, but Cowboys at Panthers. I'm going to actually take the road team and pick the Cowboys to win over the Carolina Panthers.
I think the Cowboys will definitely be better this year, but I'm.
And this is a hard game to pick. This is a hard game to pick.
Yeah, it is. Mostly because it's in Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about Cam Newton's offensive line. He's already lost 2 offensive linemen for the year. Matt Khalil and who was the other one? There was another one. The right guard, maybe right tackle.
Ryan Khalil.
No, he's playing.
Can't, but
I can't remember.
he needs
I
to
can't
not
remember
play
who it
though.
was. Yeah. Yeah, Thomas Davis was suspended for the first few weeks of the season too, so
Yeah, and
I'm just gonna.
Kuechly will probably get a concussion in week 1, but so will Sean Lee. So they'll both lose their middle linebacker.
All right. I'm going with the Panthers though.
All right.
I got to.
Redskin at Cardinals.
Let me go first on this one.
Okay.
All right. This will be one of 3 or 4 wins for the Cards this year.
Oh.
Cardinals will win this week.
I did not expect that one. Yeah, I'm going with the Redskins because I'm not crazy. But
Hey, what? How? Slam and Sammy is healthy for 1 week. He's gonna go off.
he always does good in that week 1 opener for sure.
Yeah, he does. But next week he'll probably break his leg, and then it'll be the Josh Rosen. So I'm going with the Cards. We've actually picking a lot of games separately. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. One of us is going to have a really good weekend, the other one's not.
I'm kind of worried. Dude, you're picking a lot of road teams. Look at this. You got the Cards, the Cowboys.
The Cardinals are at home.
Or no, you picked the Skins. I picked the
Skins.
Cardinals. Yeah, you picked the Redskins, the Cowboys, the Jags. Who else?
That's
the
it.
Bengals. The Bengals and the
Bengals.
Falcons. Those are all road teams.
Yeah. It's okay.
That's bold. We got 4 games left. Let's see what you got.
Cool. Seahawks at Broncos. I think this will be the first game in the slow demise of the Seahawks. I think the Broncos handily win this game.
Agreed. I won't even talk about it.
Yep.
Broncos.
Probably one of the better matchups of the week. Bears at Packers with Bears' new pass rusher, Khalil Mack.
Oh, man. I'm actually really excited to see it. Not when they play the Vikings, but I'm actually just anxious to see how he improves their defense.
And Rodgers on a new $150 million contract.
Yeah, don't break that collarbone for a third time.
I'm picking the Packers, but I was very tempted to pick the Bears.
I'm going Packers in a close one.
Yeah.
By a touchdown or so.
Next is Jets at Lions.
Monday night.
Yep, Monday night. I'm actually picking the Jets in an upset over the Lions.
Another road team. Oh, typical Christopher.
But wait, there's more.
Oh. I'm going with the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah. Think about. I mean, their defense I think regressed, but think about like how good the Lions' offense could be this year.
It could be very special.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, not really because they play in my division, but
and then
I think they could prove a lot of people wrong.
And then if you didn't think I could pick any more road teams, think again.
No, you're not doing that.
The Rams at the Raiders. I'm picking the Rams.
Oh, crap. I thought the Raiders were at L.A. I'm
No.
sorry. No, I thought you were going to pick the Raiders over the Rams. Outside of the Bills, I think the Raiders are going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year.
Oh, no doubt.
Just throwing that out there. I think John Gruden has already lost that team, and I can't believe they traded their best player away. So
yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna go with the Rams, and it's gonna be a spanking.
Well, all right.
That's the week 1's picks, man.
There it is.
We should have got the Godfather's picks.
We should have. We'll get those for next season or next week.
All right.
All right. So you ready to jump into season predictions?
Bold predictions. Season predictions. Let's do it.
All right. Let's start off with Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year first.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to see a lot of Ravens takes in these predictions. John Harbaugh of the Ravens is going to be my Coach of the Year.
No doubt. I second that.
Are you serious?
100%. I told you earlier how much I love
That's
the
actually who you're
Ravens.
picking?
That's
Oh my
actually who
gosh.
I have it written down on this piece of paper in front of me.
That's amazing.
I
We didn't plan this.
the Ravens will finally unseat the Patriots as the AFC champion and go to the Super Bowl. If you want me to jump ahead a little bit, I love the Ravens this year.
Me too. I really didn't want you to say that, but
Oh well,
you're killing me, man.
I'm killing you. My bad.
Seriously, I just can't believe you.
All right, let's move into comeback player of the year.
My comeback player of the year is going to be none other than Mr. Andrew Luck.
Okay.
What do you got?
What
do you got for me?
My comeback player of the year is going to be none other than Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Chris, please. Are you for real?
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding. I didn't want you to say it, but
he's probably
the most likely candidate.
Yeah.
Just because of who he is.
Yep. All right.
He's got that contract now. He's out for vengeance. Scary.
Oh yeah, he's a man on a mission. Offensive rookie of the year.
Offensive rookie of the year.
We're gonna have the same person for this one, aren't we?
Oh, well, you go first.
Saquon Barkley.
I am not going with Saquon Barkley.
No.
He will finish top 3, probably top 2. I'm going with Josh Rosen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like always, I think Sam Bradford is eventually going to get hurt in early on, week 3 or so. Or something bad's going to happen and he's going to get benched. And Cards fans are going to call for Josh Rosen, and I think he's going to play well. I think he was the most pro-ready QB coming out, even though he wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Defensive rookie of the year.
Defensive rookie of the year, I'm going with Roquan Smith, Bears.
Okay.
You going?
You know, I kind of am back and forth between this.
There's a lot of good candidates.
There are.
Derwin James, Bradley Chubb.
I like Roquan Smith. I'm gonna go with more of a sleeper pick though.
Okay.
Josh Jackson.
Don't say Marcus Davenport. Oh, I thought you were going. Oh my gosh, Chris, what is with your affection with the Packers?
Josh Jackson.
Get out of here. He's not even going to be a starter.
Yes, he is. He'll end up being on the field. He'll end up with.
Chris, you know I'm posting these, right? And then they're going to come back. We have to post these again in 17 weeks.
It's okay.
And people are going to be like, he picked Josh Jackson.
I did.
Wow.
I did.
I'm not going to recover from that one.
Look, dude. We talked about this leading up to the draft. How much I love Josh Jackson. How much I thought he was the best corner in the draft.
Mike Hughes, you mean? You mean Mike Hughes?
Oh, I did love Mike Hughes too. I said that's
Hughes.
No, I said it about Jackson too. Go replay the pod.
Mike Hughes is the best corner in the draft. I'm just kidding. He wasn't coming out, in my opinion. But he's really good.
I don't know. I got a feeling about Josh Jackson.
Well, you know, they say always go with your gut, so that's fine.
Although I do like Tremaine Edmonds too.
Got some kind of fetish with the Packers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move into offensive player of the year.
He ain't gonna play in week 1, but he'll be back. Carson Wentz.
Yep.
That's what I'm going with.
I
think he's gonna have a big year again. Gonna probably be a comeback player of the year candidate too. Is he even eligible for that since he he didn't play in the playoffs?
He played most of the year.
He didn't play in the playoffs though.
I'm actually going. I'm going with the guy who I thought should have won it last year, or should have won MVP last year. I think he's going to put up another MVP season, and his team is going to need him, and that's Mr. Russell Wilson.
He can't be comeback player of the year.
We're on offensive player of the year, sir.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay, fair enough. He's got nothing there, but...
He's got nothing. His team is going to need him to put up an offensive player of the year season for them to be anything.
We'll have to account for 98% of their yardage again.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
All right, defensive player of the year.
Joey Bosa.
Ooh.
That's my sleeper pick, and I'm confident I like it. I think he's going to have probably 15 to 20 sacks this year.
Like it. You know what? I changed mine.
Right here, right now?
Right here, right now. I did have Aaron Donald.
Oh, he won it last year. You can't do that again.
But I'm changing it.
Okay.
I'm going...
You're going with Clay Matthews, aren't you?
No. Clay Matthews.
I don't know. You got some like a pack or a fashion here.
No, but they do come out of the NFC North.
Oh, you're going with Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack. Yes,
gosh.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know, knowing the Bears' luck, he'll probably tear his ACL in the first week.
I'm going Khalil Mack.
They lost like half their roster last year to IR. But that's a good pick. I think he'll have a big year. I agree.
Yep, I'm going Khalil Mack. All right, let's go MVP.
I said this back when they drafted Connor Williams. Ezekiel Elliott.
Ooh.
He's going to be your 2018 league MVP. And I'm sticking with one of my bold predictions. He is going to break the rushing record this year if he stays healthy.
Okay.
You got the best O-line in the league, man. Run the rock.
People are going to throw tomatoes at me.
Chris, just don't pick Rodgers.
I didn't. I picked him for comeback player.
Well, you can still pick him for if he can be comeback player and MVP. There's no reason he can't.
I think he should honestly be the favorite for MVP, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. But I'm actually going to go with.
He is every year.
I'm actually going to go with a second-year player in Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, I really like that actually. It's a sexy pick.
It's a sexy pick.
I like it, man. I like yours better than mine almost.
All right, so this will be fun. End of the year, who do you think the top 5 offenses is going to be?
Top 5 offenses. Let me pull this up quick. I had them written down.
Pull up the teams.
Okay, are you ready? You want me to start top to bottom or?
Yeah, top to bottom. We'll do number 5.
Number 5, New England Patriots.
Okay.
Because Brady, basically.
Okay.
Brady still has a good old line. The running back, their backfield is completely stacked. Sony Michel, Rex Burkhead, Jeremy Hill, James White. Who else do they have? They got like 5-6 running backs. Gronk is back. Julian Edelman will be out 4 weeks, but I think I actually like their receiver core more than most people do. Number 4, Philadelphia Eagles. Still have a ton of talent. Number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown. Good offensive line, Le'Veon Bell. They'll always contend for top 5. Number 2, Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman. Top 3 offensive line, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. They got a lot of weapons. And then the number 1 offense in the league, Chris's New Orleans Saints.
Oh my God, I knew it. All right.
Got to respect the brand, you know.
I hear you. No, I like both of those. we're gonna agree on most of them. Number 5, I'm going the LA Chargers.
Ooh, I don't have them quite that high.
I'm telling you, I'm big on the Ravens. I'm big on the Chargers. I'm big on the Browns. I'm big on some teams this year. Uh,
Top five though.
Top 5, LA Chargers.
All right.
Um, all right. Number 4, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. Number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, the New Orleans Saints.
So we pretty much had the same, except you had the Chargers and I had the Patriots at 5.
Yeah, I mean, you had the Steelers at 3. I had them at 2. You had the Falcons at 2. I had them at 4.
I'm gonna throw in the LA Rams and the Chiefs as honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So those are my honorable mention teams.
All right. What about defense?
Top 5 defenses. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, the Baltimore Ravens. Sleeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say something. Nothing. You got nothing for that. All right. Houston Texans, number 4. J.J. Watt's back. Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Merciless is back. They got Tyrann Mathieu. They got some talent there on defense. Number 3, the Jags. I actually think they're going to take a step back this year, but they're still going to be good. Top 3. Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. And number 1, not even close, your Minnesota Vikings.
No.
Yes. Most talented defense in the league, and it's not close. It's actually not close.
Well, I'm about to break your heart, boy.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you on it. They got the best D line in the league: Barr, Kendricks, Rhodes, Harrison Smith, and they just added Georgia Loca. I mean, come on.
All right, number 5 for me. You didn't even have the Rams in your top 5.
Yeah, they were my honorable mention because I don't like their linebacking core. They have all no names. Who's the only guy there? Mark Barron.
Yeah. Well, I have the Los Angeles Rams at number 5.
That's fine.
I have the Baltimore Ravens at number 4.
Right on.
I have the Minnesota Vikings at number 3.
That's blasphemous.
I have the Houston Texans at number 2. And I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 1.
Ugh, gross. You didn't even have the Eagles in your top 5. Are you crazy?
Nope. I'm not crazy.
That was the reason they won the Super Bowl last year.
And it's going to be one of the reasons they regress a little bit this year.
Why, though?
I don't.
Who did they lose?
They didn't.
Michael Kendricks?
It's not about how they. I'm not seeing the Michael Bennett. I don't see that working.
Here, you want to hear something crazy? Did you know he's not even listed as a starter?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't understand that.
He's going to start, but
on their depth chart, go look it up right now. He's not even listed as a starter.
No, I get that, but I know, for instance, the Saints, quote unquote, starters are one thing, but they play in the sub packages so much that other players are on the field that aren't quote unquote starters for the first play of the game. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I get it. Well,
Yeah.
The thing with the Eagles is they rotate their defensive ends so much. Part of why they were so good last year, they were so deep at that position. I just think it's really odd that I think Michael Bennett, even though I don't like him, is like one of the top 5 D ends in the league overall. And I just thought it was kind of weird that he wasn't listed as a starter.
Yep.
So Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham are the starters.
All right, so let's do this. We're gonna go through each division. I want you to give me 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many teams from that division are going to the playoffs?
Well, I can't say 4. That's never happened.
Uh, but you get what I'm saying. The option's there if you want it to be there.
Okay.
All right.
I have my playoffs like 1 through 6 all set up and everything, so I'm ready. Hit me.
AFC East.
The AFC East is going to have 2 teams. Or no, AFC East 1 team. I'm sorry, that's the Pats.
Okay. I have 2 teams coming out of the AFC East.
Oh gosh, Chris, I forgot you were a Dolphins fan.
I have the Patriots winning the division and the Dolphins coming in as a wild card. All right. The AFC North.
2 teams, Ravens, Steelers.
All right. I also have 2 teams. I have the Ravens winning the division and the Steelers as a wild card.
Okay.
AFC South.
2 teams, Jags, Texans.
I have 1 team. That's the Jaguars.
You have Deshaun Watson as your MVP, and you don't have him making the playoffs.
Dude, it was hard.
You were an interesting character.
It was hard, man. It was hard.
Bold.
It was hard, but I had to fit the Dolphins in there. AFC West.
AFC West, 1 team, the Chargers.
Me too. 1 team, Chargers. NFC East.
1 team, Eagles. I think the Cowboys are going to be right there, though.
I'm with you. 1 team, Eagles.
Battling for wild card spot.
NFC North.
2 teams, Vikings, Packers.
Who's winning the division?
Vikings. They're going to tie, but the Vikings are going to hold the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Both are going to finish 11-5. That's my prediction.
All right. I'm also going with 2, Packers, Vikings. I'm actually going to have the Packers winning the division, though.
Man, I thought just a few weeks ago you were like, Packers are going to finish 3rd behind the Bears.
Well, things have changed now. Things have changed.
Just unreal. It's like you live with somebody that just entices you.
NFC South.
NFC South, are you ready? 3 teams.
No.
Yes, 3 teams.
You really have the Bucks making the playoffs?
Wait, let me look at I have to check my thing again. I have. Are you ready for this, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Panthers are going to win the division.
All right, this podcast is over. Y'all have a good
night. Panthers, Saints. I got both finishing 10-6. The Panthers hold the tiebreaker. I'd have the Falcons missing out this year.
And you have Tampa Bay getting in?
No, they're going to finish 4-12.
Oh, you said 3.
I know. I'm sorry. I misread it. I have Panthers and Saints making the playoffs, and I have the Falcons with the Cowboys just barely missing the cusp.
Okay. I have 2. I have 2 as well. I have the Saints winning the division and the Atlanta Falcons getting in as a wild card.
I gotta mix it up. I can't have all 4 teams winning the division, same teams winning the division again this year. I just
All right.
It was tough on me, but I did it.
And the NFC West.
1 team, the Rams.
Yep,
finishing 11-5.
We're in agreement of that. So your seeding. So you have on the NFC side,
mm-hmm.
you have the Vikings winning the division, right?
Yep.
And you have the Panthers winning the division, and you have the Eagles winning the division,
and the Rams.
Yep. Who's your 1 seed?
My 1 seed is the Eagles again.
Okay. Who's your 2 seed?
Followed by the Vikings. They hold the tiebreaker over the Rams. The Rams are the 3rd seed. Panthers are the 4th seed. Saints are 5, and Packers are 6.
All right.
Dude, this is the thing about the NFC. We've talked about this for months and months on end. It's literally just wide open. There's so many teams that could just
there's going to be 10-6 and 11-5 teams that miss the playoffs.
All 6 of those teams could make the playoffs, and they could be a complete different order.
People are going to think I'm being such a homer.
That's
But
fine.
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna be a homer. I'm gonna be a homer here in a little bit when you ask me my other picks. So just continue on.
But I don't care. I have the Saints being the number 1 seed. I have the Packers being the number 2 seed.
God, Chris, you make me vomit.
I have the Eagles being the number 3 seed. I have the Rams being the number 4 seed. I have the Falcons being the 5 seed. And I have the Vikings as the 6 seed.
All right. We're gonna talk AFC too.
Yeah, but let's round off the NFC. So my wild card round. I will have that will put the Falcons playing the Rams, and I have the Rams winning that.
Same as last year,
Yep.
except a different outcome, huh? All right.
Rams winning, and then I have the Vikings at 6 playing the Eagles at 3.
Same as last year.
And I have the Vikings winning that. In the divisional round, that'll put the Saints versus the Vikings. You see what
Same as last
you
year.
see what I'm doing here. And I have the Saints winning on a miracle touchdown at the end.
I love the boldness. It's so good. This has been my favorite pod.
And then I have so that would put that'll put the
Saints and
the Rams and the Packers.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And that'll put the Packers beating the Rams. I'll have the Saints and the Packers in the NFC Championship, and I have the Saints beating the Packers to go into the Super Bowl.
Right on. Let me write this down because I have to tweet our picks out, just so we can go back and look really smart.
But you like how you like how I purposely put the Saints and the Vikings to play in the divisional round, right?
I mean, yeah, it's really and the miracle pass again. Who's catching the miracle pass, Chris? Michael Thomas?
Tommy Lee Lewis.
So you're going preseason? What the fridge? Oh my gosh, I can't even right now. Is he even going to be on the team?
Yes.
Come that time? Oh my gosh. So you're going Saints over the Packers in the NFC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. NFC Championship. Okay. All right.
I know the Vikings fans that listen to this podcast are losing their minds over me putting them at the 6th seed, but I had to put them there so they could get the Saints.
It's fine. It's completely fine. I'm also going to be a homer and select my team to be in the Super Bowl this year. But I'll just go over my scenario quick. The Packers will visit the Rams in the playoffs, first round, and the Packers will beat the Rams. The Saints will visit the Panthers, and the Saints will beat the Panthers. That will leave a Saints-Eagles champion, or no, do I have that right? Yeah. Would the 5 seed would visit the 1 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have that right?
No, the lowest seed would visit
the 5 would
1.
visit the 2, so yeah, so Saints would revisit the Vikings, right? And so the Vikings out on top of that, and the Packers will visit the Eagles, and Aaron Rodgers is going to beat the Eagles. And I have a Vikings-Packers NFC Championship, and Minnesota is going to come out on top because Aaron Rodgers can't win in the bank.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm kind of sad, honestly, that we both have the Packers in the NFC Championship.
I mean, it is.
Makes me want to go chug whiskey.
Oh, man. Love it. All right, let's go over to the AFC side now.
All right. You want me to go first this time?
Yeah, so who do you have as your 1 seed?
1 seed will be the New England Patriots again. Number 2 seed, the Baltimore Ravens. 12-4 this year. I'm calling it. Number 3, the Jags. Number 4, AFC West Chargers. And then my 2 wild cards, the 5 seed will be the Texans, and the 6 seed will be the Steelers. So first round, I got the Steelers visiting the Jags, And Ben Roethlisberger this time will beat the Jags. And then I have the Texans visiting the Chargers. And I have the Chargers beating Deshaun Watson and the Texans. That leaves the Chargers visiting the so the 4 would play the 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. The 4 would play the 1 seed. So the Chargers would visit Foxborough, where Tom Brady is going to lose. Phillip Rivers is going to beat Tom Brady to go to the AFC Championship. And the Ravens are going to host the Jaguars in the second round, and the Ravens are going to beat the Jags because Blake Bortles can't win road games. So I have a Ravens-Chargers AFC Championship, and the Ravens coming out victorious. Your turn.
Okay. All right, so my 1 seed will also be the Patriots because, I mean, it just is what it is.
Because it's the Patriots.
The 2 seed will be the Ravens.
Ooh.
The 3 seed will be excuse me. The 3 seed will be the who did I have there? Oh, the Chargers. The 4 seed will be the Jacksonville Jaguars. The 5 seed will be the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the 6 seed will be the Miami Dolphins.
So we have the same exact playoff teams for the AFC, except you have Miami and I have Pittsburgh.
Yes.
You don't have the Steelers making the playoffs this year?
Yeah, Pittsburgh at 5.
Oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson, you're right.
Yeah.
Your MVP is not going to be in your playoffs. I forgot.
Come on, man. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
All right. Let me hear your picks on this.
Okay, so wild card round will be the 3 seed versus 6 seed. So that will be the Chargers versus the Dolphins. The Chargers will win, and then we'll have 5/4, which would be the Steelers versus the
Jags.
And I will pick the Steelers. I'm gonna pick the Steelers to win that. So then divisional will be 5 visiting the 1, which will be Steelers Patriots, in which the Patriots will win that. Sorry, Pittsburgh, you just can't beat the Patriots. And then so I'll put Chargers at Ravens. Ravens will beat Chargers. Set up for a Ravens Patriots and AFC Championship game, in which the Ravens will win, which will send it to a Ravens Saints Super Bowl.
I just think it's absolutely amazing that we both have the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I have a Vikings-Ravens Super Bowl, and you have a Saints-Ravens Super Bowl. I feel like we need to start this pod over and redo our picks.
No chance.
It just seems too weird to me.
No chance.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah. So welcome back to the podcast. For those of y'all who don't know, me and Tanner used to be in the same time zone, but since he decided to move across the country and be stupid, he is now 2 hours behind me. So we're recording this. It is currently 10:45 at night where I'm at.
And it is 8:45 here.
So we're doing this because we love you guys. Because I promise you, I would much rather be asleep right now. But it's all good. We love football, and we do. We do.
The season starts in 2 days.
In 2 days. So okay, well that's gonna be it.
You didn't do your bold prediction.
Oh, what?
Your seasonal bold prediction. You got to pick one bold prediction that's gonna happen this year. It can be a team, player, or anything like that.
One bold prediction. Okay. You go first. Let me think about that.
Okay, mine first. Drum roll. I'm going to go Joe Flacco is going to play so well this year that Lamar Jackson will not see the field, even though Ravens fans want him to. And the Ravens are going to have a QB dilemma next offseason, and one of them gets traded. Probably Flacco. And then they're going to suck next year. That's my bold prediction.
Okay.
Can we talk about a second for how we both have the Ravens in the Super Bowl and one of their starting wideouts is Willie Snead?
Fuck Willie Snead.
Oh my gosh.
You ready for my bold prediction?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Le'Veon Bell will not take one snap for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year.
All year?
All year.
Oh, I can't wait for him to report to camp tomorrow. God, that would be so funny. Before you even post this pod, I would laugh so hard.
Le'Veon Bell will not take a snap this year.
Okay. That's bold. I like that. That's
like
bolder
that?
than mine.
Okay.
I live for your bold hot takes. They're the best.
I know we had a couple. What did I say earlier in the offseason about Dallas? There was some really big bold prediction that I had about Dallas.
Oh, they're gonna finish last in their division.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I still believe that. That one's still there. Although I do think Ezekiel Elliott's going to have historic season.
Are you really telling me that the Cowboys are worse than the Redskins and the Giants?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's salty. Super salty.
And by the way, guys, I went and watched the LSU game in Dallas this week, and if you haven't been to AT&T Stadium in Dallas, you're really missing out on one of the best experiences.
It's a must-see, probably. I haven't been there, but I'm looking forward to going soon.
It is. There's not a bad seat in that stadium, and I'm telling you what, that screen is so much bigger in person than you think it is.
The Vikings play in Dallas next year. I'm going to have to go. That
screen is massive. Seeing it on TV does not do it justice.
It looked pretty big from your Snap stories.
It was very big. Big. And the LSU Tigers decided to take down the Hurricanes, so it was a good weekend.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that's going to be it for the podcast. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place. Be sure to check us out.
Hopefully not same time, honestly.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully you get your schedule together, because this is ridiculous.
Sorry.
But we're done rambling. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. Enjoy NFL Week 1. We'll see you next week. Peace.